everyone, welcome over to Veterans Memorial Stadium. I'm here with my co-host Rocco, and we're watching 3-1 Hull go against 2-2 Rockland. This is supposed to be a really fun game. I'm really excited to see this baseball team play.
Yeah, absolutely. I've seen one Rockland game before, and I'm gonna quiz you real quick. How many baseball games do you think I've seen?
I'm assuming that's next to none.
I've seen one. This is my second baseball game.
Hey.
Yeah, that's a pretty good guess.
That's a good.
Everyone else guessed like 10. No, one.
Pretty good, but we're going to see a very exciting game. Obviously, Rockland 2-2, trying to get to that 3-2 mark. We have a little bit of a homestand here today and tomorrow, so that should be a lot of fun. But overall, it's going to be really fun. We're just starting here momentarily, but what do you think the keys are to this game for Rockland to win?
Hit the ball. Hit the ball. I think if they hit the ball, hit it farther enough, maybe try to hit the school. I think if they get it, maybe hit a car or something. If they get it over the fence, I think that'll be really helpful.
Yeah, I was actually able to talk to the head coach of the Rockland Bulldogs.
Mr. Doyle.
Yeah, I was able to talk to him, good friend of mine. And we actually just talked about minimizing unearned runs. That's the one thing he talked about. He said that was a struggle from this year and last year as well. But with that being said, it looks like we're going to get started. So we're going to see Hull go up first. First up is going to be Tiani, number 14, their second baseman. Obviously, for Rockland, their starting pitcher is Jake Levy, so that should be a good matchup there. Two pitchers for Rockland, so one in the bullpen if Jake Levy does not have a good day, but should be pretty good. So here we go. Ball at first, so this will be 1-0 pitch. It's going to be a strike, so that's going to be 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Oh, swing and a miss. Definitely one of the keys to baseball is, like you said, hitting the ball with the bat. So that's the not looking so good so far, but I'm trying to go for here.
Ooh.
It's going to be another ball.
A little low there, a little low.
Obviously, Jake Levy was, along with the other pitcher, they were both freshmen last year. So they looked outstanding as freshmen last year. So going into their sophomore season, they looked to sort of capitalize on that and sort of gain that momentum.
Foul ball. Rocco doing a little bit of actual commentary for once. Wow, I can't believe how windy it is up here.
Yeah, it is. I will say, it is very windy. I expected it to be windy today, but it was not expecting this much wind.
I know, that's gonna affect the ball. I have to assume.
That absolutely, especially in these types of conditions. So I would wish it was sort of Saturday, because that's gonna be 72 degrees.
I wouldn't have to wear this giant jacket.
And force the swing, but that'll be a miss. That's gonna be a strikeout for Jake Levy.
Pretty good showing by Jake Levy. His hat and sunglasses just flew
I was gonna
off
say,
of him.
his hat is it's in the lost down right now. It's looking pretty good. And I'm very happy that we're having the equipment we do. This is
the most fun I've ever had.
It's really windy here. It's more or less trying to stay up front rather than winning a baseball game.
I'm just trying not to go over the railing here.
Yeah, the baseball player is trying to not fall down. But like you said before, definitely wind is absolutely going to play a factor in this game. So, but obviously up is Dunham, their center fielder, number 1. See if he can get anything to go. Oh, good hit there over the center field. Can they catch it? No, it's past him. Rounding the bases, going over to second base. Will he get signal to third? Yes, he will. Will he get there in time? Yes, he will. That's a triple for Hull.
That was an interesting celly there.
Yeah, I mean, but just a great hit there, and it just goes back to the center fielder just not being able to get to the ball, not being able to track that ball down.
Yes, I actually helped number 7, I believe, Gavin Matos, out with his fielding. I threw the ball for him, and he'd go and catch it. Fun fact.
Oh, that's a fact there. Of course, we're working with the conditions we are. Like we said before, it's would not be surprised if it's 90-mile-per-hour winds at this point.
Or if my headphones blow off.
Yes. No. I mean, the pitchers' hats are blowing off too. I mean, this is a very unorthodox game, but man on third. Levy Ooh.
Little duck down there.
Obviously for Hull, trying to get to that 4-1 record, that would be huge for Hull.
Absolutely.
Levy with the pitch. It's going to be a strike.
Levy looking for his second strikeout here.
Very weird. He got a strikeout and then he allowed a triple.
Yeah.
So, the best of both worlds, call it Hannah Montana. Good hit there, but that'll be foul.
It's over here. I think our camera operator, Lucas, should go and retrieve the ball for everyone.
No, I don't feel like
Okay.
Well, worth a shot. Of course, shout out to everyone on the broadcast, you know. And, oh, wow, pitch there. That'll actually send the run home.
Who's the catcher tonight for Rockland?
Catcher tonight for Rockland is Colin Rao.
Hockey goalie Colin Rao.
Just a wild pitch that will actually give Hull a 1-0 lead here in the top of the first.
Quite an impressive play there.
And, ooh, pop-up fly. Can they get there in time for Rockland? And they will.
Nice catch.
That's Gavin Matos on the grab.
See, I helped him.
Oh, actually, no. My apologies. That's Cooper Lacuro.
Cooper LaRocco.
Cooper LaRocco.
Also a hockey player. There's a lot of hockey players that are on the baseball team.
Absolutely. And the person you're talking about, Gavin Matos, he's actually in left field.
Oh, there you go.
Originally, he wasn't actually out there. I actually was talking to head coach Mike Doyle, and just the fact of he was originally in the infield, but they decided to throw him in the outfield because, you know, his versatility, especially when it comes to tracking those balls down.
Absolutely. He's a very talented player. Captain, I believe.
Obviously, when you have sophomore pitchers for both your, you know, starter and backup, the thing to look out for is just like improvement day by day, especially when it comes to being, you know, a really good pitcher.
I couldn't agree any more with you.
Ooh, hit there, foul. That man just got sent behind the stadium.
Hit the roof.
Little souvenir for someone who finds it in about 3 days.
The custodians.
Yeah,
mowing the
a
lawn.
little Saturday night cleaning, you know. So here comes Levy. As you see, he's got the eraser baseball bat.
There you go. That's inventive. I hadn't seen that
That's
before.
one of the newer ones. I keep up with baseball TikTok creators, you know.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh, hit it for the middle. Can they get to it? It looks like they can. What a grab!
Ooh.
Out at first.
The 3 outs.
And that will send Rockland up. And while we have a moment here, I wanted to just say thank you, everyone, because for WRPS, this is my first broadcast with WRPS team. Shout out to Seth and everyone else who, you know, encouraged me with this. It's going to be a lot of fun. How have you been?
I've been great since our last hockey broadcast. You can check out my show every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Broncos Rewind on WRPS 88.3 FM. I also have a poll up on my Instagram. You can vote for when I drop my next promo for High School Radio Day at DJ Rocco from Rockland. Justin, it's great having you here today. This has been a lot of fun, minus the wind. Maybe that's added to the fun, but we'll see what happens now with Rockland up for bat here.
And you know, it's not fun giving up runs, and that's exactly what Rockland just did the whole. But going over our starting lineups for baseball, I mean, their pitcher, McFarland, is actually, fun fact, is also 6th in their batting lineup. So that's little Shohei Ohtani action playing both sides. So it's going to be really interesting. Obviously, a very speedy outfield. I remember seeing Hull back in the day, you know, back when I was in high school. But I feel like this is definitely a pretty talented Hull team for them to be 3-1 as well.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I couldn't agree any more. They're catching and throwing. That's about all I see.
Yeah, so obviously Rockland will be up. And first up will be Colin Rao. So that is going to be their first one up.
So the catcher is the first hitter? Is that right?
No, that is that's catcher is the first hitter. Yeah. And then, fun fact, Hayden Hatch is going to be third in the order for your Rockland Bulldogs. And interesting fact, he actually had over 300 batting average last season.
That's insane.
And that's the same over with Cooper Lacoro. So that both of those players, Mike Doyle was talking to me about that, how he's definitely just trying to, those are the players he wants to rely on. That's why he had him at the bottom of the order to sort of ignite that bottom part of the offense as well.
Yeah, this is shaping up to be a good game. Already 1-0 Hull. We'll see if Rockland can retaliate in the bottom of the first. And that's about as much as I know about baseball.
I mean, it feels like we're in the windy city of Chicago without we're broadcasting today. It's a fantastic debut for me, but here we go. We are going to get started here. Bottom of the first, Colin Rao is up to bat. What do you expect from him?
Hopefully a hit. Hopefully a hit. That would be nice. I have high hopes here. Great hockey goalie. I'll give that to him.
Definitely for Colin Rao, the biggest thing is just trying to sort of bait those outfielders into mistracking the ball, because that's exactly what Hull did for Rockland. So it's going to be really interesting to see if they can get that to go. The wind's changing direction every 5 seconds, so these are the definition of curveballs, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you.
Unintentional curveballs, mind you. I feel like my jacket is just going to catch this entire gust of wind.
It could, honestly,
float away like Mary Poppins.
It could get to that point, but obviously McFarland is the pitcher for Hull.
Oh.
Hit there. It's going to just go straight to first. Out.
He did get a hit, though.
He did get a hit,
I'll give that to him.
The thing about baseball is just getting it in the gap. That's exactly what you need to. Getting it in those gaps and getting it where the defenders are not, and there. That's the biggest thing when it comes to baseball. It's definitely, it feels like I'm talking about Moneyball here, just getting on base. That's really all they need to take care of.
As long as you can run after you do that, you're fine.
Oh, swing and a miss.
Had to relive that one real quick if you saw that.
Colin McKenna up to bat. So low ball there.
You ever get hit in the head with a baseball?
Fun fact, I actually have.
Really?
Yes, little league back. The baseball fields on Spring Street.
Okay, yeah.
Definitely, It was the reason why I stopped playing baseball. But here we go, hit there over to the left side. Can they get him out? And they will. What a throw!
Hull is doing some great catching today. I do have to say, especially on that first base.
Yeah, that was Canellas there throwing it from third base. What an arm just to get it to first base and get the out. That was really close as well.
I do have to say this announcer's doing a great job. I'm not sure who it is, but whoa, my headset almost just flew off there.
If only I could hear him, because I can't hear anything with the wind. So. Ooh, good hit there, deep to center field. Will the ball drop?
Wow.
Oh, what a grab! Hull gets out of the inning. What a grab by number 5. And again, that's Canellas making the play. What an outstanding showing from him to start. And just like that, we are at the top of the second inning.
Coach Banks throwing a bat. Let's say it was an anger. Make a little things more dramatic here.
It's just crazy. I mean, it was a good hit by the ball as well. Just the tracking was just greater by Canellas, honestly.
All right, I'm going to give my mic over to Mr. Thomas Welch. Go, Tommy.
Hello, hello. Holy wind up here.
It's a little chilly.
Yeah. Alrighty, so I have some stats the first inning here. If I had to say, Dogs just, getting on the board here. Jake Levy throwing a total of 21 pitches this last inning, so not that bad. So if I had to say, and for Hull's pitcher, he did 7, so if I had to say anything, it would be that just Rockland, get her on the board, see what you can do. Alrighty, so that's it, and I'm just going to hand it back over to Rocco.
Fantastic stuff, obviously, here at the top of the second. For Rockland, they're just trying to stay on the board as well. So
I think if they just keep that distance, they can probably...
It's probably goes back
Get
to
a
the
good game.
it goes back to the tracking on that triple as well. So.
Alrighty, yeah. So I'm just gonna hand this back to Rocco, and yeah, top of the second.
Yeah, get out of the wind just so you can keep yourself warm.
This is crazy up here.
It's somehow getting stronger, and that's what we're at right now. So
This is extremely impressive. It's an impressive feat by the wind here. Who's up for bat, Justin?
Up for bat number 4. That is going to
Strike, I believe.
a strike there. Yes, but that's actually Ravicio. That's their designated hitter.
Ooh.
So he's up to bat there. Good hit there. Can they throw it to first base in time? Yes,
Nice.
they can. What a throw by the shortstop.
What if the shortstop was tall?
What was that?
If the shortstop was like 6'2", like me, would they be the tall stop?
They just called that the gas station.
Ah.
Anyways, but up number 8 for Hull. So this is actually the pitcher for Hull. So now he's up to bat, so we get to see how he goes. I mean, if they're 3-1, you have to assume that he's been doing a fantastic job.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say any different as I don't know.
Yeah. I think if people see this part of the broadcast, they'll see my hand shaking. It's not because of the wind; it's because the wind's forcing my hand to. It's actually calm now. We can actually let it off a little bit. It's gonna pick up in about 2 seconds.
Give it a second. You can see the little cross team across the way. I wonder if they won.
And that'll be a foul ball. Obviously, I believe, to my knowledge, there won't be any broadcasts tomorrow, but we will get more broadcasts with us later on in the season, so that should be a lot of fun.
You know, I've been having so much fun. I'm thinking about coming back. I'm thinking about it. Earlier, I was dead set on no, but I might do it. We'll see.
The wind's telling you no, but your body's saying yes.
It's funny. The wind's telling me yes, actually. The wind is really intriguing. It's like an adventure up here.
Yeah, it's, you know, I didn't think there were hurricanes up top, but as you see, that's a ball, so that will get him on base.
Here we go. Hadn't seen that one before. Now, my favorite move in baseball, I believe it's called pegging. It's just when they throw it at the first base. Love that. I think it's really inventive. Is he going to do it? No.
Number 25 up for Hull. That's Roberts, the first baseman. First baseman, not usually known for their fielding, but known for hitting dingers. So maybe we'll see one today.
We'll see.
I mean, with this wind, it may just be a bunch of foul balls because it's going anywhere but with it. Oh, wild pitch! And trying to go to second. Oh, and he's out!
Impressive. The refs are in full.
What a throw by the catcher! You were just talking about him.
Yeah, it's crazy. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what you gotta do that.
A goalie, and he also throws bullets. What an absolute play! Trying to steal. I mean, I don't hate the play, but strike there. But what steal attempt absolutely shut down. And you talked about Colin Royale, you know, how he is, you know, a goalie. So, and you talked about other stuff there as you see a good hit there. Will that be fair? No, that will be foul. But you talk, how is he as a person as well?
He was in my business class with Mr. Lordy, who might be joining us later. I don't know where he is. He's a nice guy, you know. I don't know him too well, can't speak on him too much, but he's a nice guy.
So there we go. Levy just trying to get out of the inning. I mean, honestly, besides one or two defensive errors for Rockland, they've been able to keep it close with a team that is 3-1, and that's a strikeout. So Rockland will get back up, bottom of the second.
Impressive showing by Rockland tonight, minus that one triple that they let through. But yeah, I'm pretty impressed compared to the team a couple years ago. I've only that one game. I think it was. I want to say it was senior night. The one game I did announcing for, and it wasn't the best. I'll give them that. But this is a big improvement. I do have to say.
Yeah, and obviously for Rockland, I mean, I talked about it with the stats segment when we were talking about him. It was really just one missed assignment when it comes to tracking the ball that led to the triple, that really was the only reason Hull was able to score. So if Rockland can just get some offense going, this could be huge.
Their defense is being pretty great tonight.
Beating a 3-1 team could do huge things for the morale as well. So.
Yes, especially Hull. Yeah.
Minus the wind. Minus the wind.
Actually, the wind is going pretty fast.
Yeah, I mean, wind is going pretty. I mean, honestly, I've never had it be this windy, like consistently, because I've definitely had certain things where it's been windy, but I don't really like. It's not consistent. It's been like this for a good solid 15 to 20 minutes now. I mean,
I think it has to been longer because when I was walking over here from the gate, it was pretty windy. 20 minutes on the dot. Wow. I almost fell over, to be completely honest with you.
I mean, as long as you don't have an umbrella, you won't get whisked away. So we'll be good there. But I mean, honestly, the X factor of this team is their third baseman. He's been a defensive anchor for them.
Absolutely, yeah. Who's that again? Sorry, I don't have a roster.
Yeah, no worries. That's Canellis.
Canellis, yes.
Canellis. I mean, the fantastic grab 2 times. So.
The announcer, fantastic. I hope he's getting paid for this. Is that Coach Banks running on the field?
So that's Dustin Ayer up to bat. I think that's just the first base coach. So. So the big thing for Rockland is they've been doing pretty good defensively. It's just that offensive production is going to be huge. You can keep games close as much as you want, but if you're not going to have any offense, that's going to definitely hurt you in the long run.
For sure. Is that was that 1 strike or 2 strikes?
That was 1 strike and 1 ball.
Strike. Dustin Ayer up for bat here. Or since we're from around Boston, it's Ayer. You know.
Yeah. The amount of times I have friends from all over America, and whenever people talk about it, they're like, "Oh yeah, pocket kind of having yard." Oh, good hit there from Ayer over the middle. That ball will drop. He will get the first base.
He's gonna go for second.
No. But a good hit from Dustin Ayer will get him on base. We have to talk in our Boston accents because that's exactly when the Rockland offense decides to start, swinging. So here comes Gavin Matos.
There we go. Go get him. Want a good hit here, or he's going to hear about it tomorrow.
Good hit here. Could send Ayer to third.
Oh! I love that. Fantastic move right there.
I love the move, but the pitcher sort of gave it away by looking at the plate.
You can't do that. You just gotta throw it.
You gotta throw. You have to trust your first baseman to make that catch.
You look at him again. See, maybe he's trying to.
So, 2 throws there. Looks like Ayer is trying to steal. I don't hate the call, but
I don't blame him. He's gonna throw it back at him. Oh no.
He knows. I think it's just giving it away by immediately looking at him as he's about to steal. I mean,
yeah, it's like you can't do that. He's gonna do it right now. No.
Oh, good hit there over the middle. Will that ball drop? Yes,
Great
it will.
Hit.
Now get runners on first and second. What a hit!
Good double here will help him out a lot.
Oh, Austin Daly up the bat. Runners on first and second. Whenever I hear that song, hey yeah, I just think immediately of Shrek. every single time. I don't know. It's that in anything by Smash Mouth. That's definitely up there.
I feel like there's a lot of songs that can be associated with Shrek.
Wild pitch, and that's going to send runners to third and second.
What a fumble there from the catcher.
Taking advantage of the wild pitch. A lot of wild pitches here for both sides. That's something, if one team sort of shrinks to the amount of times they do it, that could be huge.
Absolutely, yeah. We'll see what happens with this one. Maybe another wild
scoring
pitch.
Opportunity. This could send 2 runs home.
Do you think the wind is a contributing factor to those pitches?
I mean, hey, if you haven't been able to throw a curveball your entire life, this is the perfect time to do it. Let me tell you, it's the definition of, I mean, curveball, slider, anything that's nothing like a knuckleball. I mean, it's definitely going to be something that you definitely have to manage. We could see a lot more balls than usual just because there's a lot more walks. I mean, especially in this type of wind. I mean, especially, I don't think it's that bad down there compared to up here.
Not at all, no.
Because it feels like a tornado's
When
happening
you're at
right next to
20
us.
or so feet in the air, it's pretty rough.
Yeah,
I wonder
course.
how high up we are. Love to know the actual number.
For
50? I don't think it's 35.
For exaggeration's sake, we are 500 feet above the air here at Veterans Memorial Stadium.
500 feet above the grass. Field, that's the correct word.
Oh,
Professionals
hit
at
there,
work.
but that'll be foul. Monster hit too.
In the trees.
That went past the fence. I mean, if you get that hit fair, that could, you know, bring in 2 runs.
Maybe we'll see a window break today. That would be exciting.
That would definitely be interesting.
I'd love to call that. And he shattered the glass.
And hit there. That's a pop fly. So it looks like they're gonna
That's gonna get caught.
just let that be caught.
Yeah.
Obviously, if that ball went into the outfield, that's when you know, the third baseman would probably tag up and try and go home. But that went right in the infield.
Matty Leon Cavallo up for bat. I said that because I know how to pronounce the name.
It's a very interesting name. There's
It
definitely
is.
a lot of interesting names here on both these rosters. So we'll see what Matty can do here.
It's 1-0, yes.
1-0 Hull,
1-0 Hull.
I mean, honestly, like I said before, 1-0 home only because of a wild miscommunication in the outfield by the center fielder. So Rockland can easily tie this up. I mean, like I said before, momentum's huge, especially in any sport you play. So beating a 3-1 team and going to 3-2 yourself, that would be huge.
As Stone Cold Steve Austin once said, momentum, momentum, momentum.
He said that?
Yeah. Maybe I'll have to find that audio clip.
Oh!
Foul? What happened?
Believe didn't see it so far, but
I was looking at the sky.
a possible hit by pitch situation, but luckily she avoided it. Those are the worst. Getting hit by, I mean, even with these pitchers being from high school, they can throw 70, 80 miles an hour. I mean, especially some of the good ones. So
Yeah, one of the Rockland players, Joey Mann, got hit once. Maybe twice. Once or twice he's been hit.
not good. But here comes Matty. Trying to send a run home for Rockland at the bottom of the second. And looks like that'll be a ball.
Rockland, 2 players on second, and 1 player on second, 1 player on third. We'll see what happens here.
Yeah, I mean, if you get this ball in the outfield, you can easily send 2 runs home. And that will be an out. An unfortunate at-bat for Matty. And Caleb Waller will be up to bat. 2 outs from the Rockland Bulldogs here in the bottom of the second. So this is really the only time to really get some more points on the board. We talked about it before. Defense can only win you so much without any offense.
Exactly.
So Caleb trying to get a run on the board for the Bulldogs. The pitch. Ball. And maybe the one's actually affecting the pitch out there as well.
Maybe it is. We'll see.
It's definitely been interesting. I mean, that's sort of why they're letting a lot more pitches go over the plate, because they think they're going to be balls. I mean, I don't blame them whatsoever. So here we go, Caleb. Ooh, high ball.
When I'm buying something, normally I lowball someone. I don't highball them.
That's the art of the trade, my good friend.
Yes.
And pitch there. Be another ball. That's 3 balls, 1 strike.
Pretty good run for Caleb Wallow there.
Makes you think that Caleb's just gonna swing for this one.
We'll see.
He has the strike allowed. Sort of let that thing rip. And that's a strike.
2 strikes, 1 more until he's out. Hopefully he'll be able to get a hit off here.
Well, this is a full count as well, so watch for the ball. That would be huge. we go. Last chance to get any runs scored for the Bulldogs here in the second. And that will be a ball. And oh, wow, pitch, and that was going to run home.
Impressive showing there. 1-1. There we go. That's the end of the sentence. 1-1.
That was a wild pitch. I mean, that was going to be a ball nonetheless, but fantastic running by the Bulldogs. I think that's the one thing that we can say that they've done better than Hull. Their running of the bases has been absolutely outstanding.
Most definitely.
Here we go.
It's all fun until I pull out the indubitably.
Cooper LaCroix up the bat. And, oh, I guess he tried to steal, and that's going to be an out.
Wow.
Just a bad angle from what I was seeing, but I guess he tried to steal. I mean, I'm questioning that call because you had a runner on third, but very interesting. So Rockland will go out on defense.
Did the runner on first try to steal? Or
The runner on first tried to steal, and they got him out.
Interesting.
I mean, you had a runner on third. That's a very questionable call, if I do say so myself. But you know, it isn't questionable. This win, my God, it just picked back up.
Is this when we give it over to Tommy? Yes, it is. All right.
A little stat segment from Tommy at the end of every inning, so should be a lot of fun to talk about certain things that are happening. So what's happening in the stats, Tommy?
Alrighty, so just same as usual here for Rockland. They've gotten, I think, 31 pitches so far for their pitcher. I think about 25 for Holt, and I just want to say something, and it actually happened at the end of the inning. That lead, I didn't expect him to take that big of a lead. Just, I get why he risked it, but it was just like, go the other way.
Yeah, definitely very questionable. I mean, a lot of questionable calls from both sides, but
yeah, I do have to say that, but that's probably the most questionable, to be honest. If I had to say, Rockland, you got the lead, you tied it up, keep it, and just that's all. And Hull, just try to keep rocking off your tails a little and see what happens.
So,
Alrighty, so that is it for me, and I'm just gonna send it back over to Rocco.
of course,
Go Dogs!
We love our stats segment here with Tommy, but he brought up a good point while you were gazing in the distance and trying to not fall off the stand here. I mean, honestly, the runners, the base running has been good, but as a result of their fault when it comes to they're leading too much. They're leading too much, and they're allowing those steals. They're allowing those. That's why the pitcher for Hull is trying to throw people out a lot more often than usual.
Absolutely. And I was just noticing, I didn't notice this, but there's a full-fledged football field over there, along with another baseball field behind us. I just realized that, and that's been there for a couple of years now. It's because I looked over and I was like, what is that, a new track? And I was like, no, that's a football field.
Of course, construction happening a few years ago. And I don't usually come around these parts. I am from around here. A little bit of a travel to get here now, but I came around and saw this, and I'm like, I hate that this building's here now.
That was one of the first things. Is that a bat or are those birds?
Those are birds. I mean, I was more. It wasn't that. It was just more like I was surprised because for me, it was usually over there. It's just a barren wasteland and a football field. I was not expecting a full-on elementary school. I mean, a lot of construction has been happening recently. So strike there.
I was really hoping those were bats. I could say Laszlo's coming around here, Nandor maybe, but no one. No, they're birds. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately,
it is a sad day.
Yeah.
Are you sure those aren't bats? I don't know.
It's
Dracula.
Oh. What's he doing?
I referenced two other vampires too. Referencing all the vampires.
What vampires did you reference?
Nandor and Laszlo.
I don't even know the first one.
Well, you gotta check out them.
I need to update my vampire lore.
Yeah.
That's what I'm learning from here.
Our director Seth is a big Dracula guy over there.
Oh boy.
He just read the book. Very good, according to him. So shout out Bram Stoker.
Of course, one of my favorite books I read while we were in school was The Great Gatsby.
Great Gatsby, yes.
Fantastic book. I love that book.
He wasn't that great though. He was more of an okay Gatsby.
Leonardo DiCaprio. I mean, fantastic actor.
I think he's overrated. I had this conversation with someone the other day. I said, I think he's overrated.
Okay.
Yeah. I've never seen Titanic.
I don't think he was in Titanic last time I checked.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, he was.
He was Jack.
Oh, that was young Leo.
Yes. Ooh,
strike there.
That's a loud catch. I heard that one. Top of the third right now.
Of course, number 5, Canellis, trying to have his offense. If his offense can duplicate his defense, I mean, he can be an absolute X factor, but that would be a walk.
There you go. I just noticed the scoreboard actually says the number of balls and strikes.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Very, very innovative.
Yes.
Here in the Big 2025.
Oh, the actual scoreboard here at Veterans Memorial Stadium, not our Seth Run scoreboard here. Shout out to Seth for doing so much tonight.
Yeah.
Director, technical director, and graphics. So shout out to Seth.
And overall, nice dude. He gets my approval.
No.
Here we go, number 14 up the bat, Tiani. Didn't even get anything over the hole after the...
I like how more of an intimate this production is. I feel like this is a little more loose than hockey was, which I appreciate.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of downtime between pitches. Obviously, it's only 7 innings, and it's not the 9 innings that you usually see with a baseball game. Of course, I love going to Fenway Park every year, even if I'm not that keen on baseball. I love to just learn about it. I was actually there last year when it was the Tyler O'Neill home run to win the game. That was the entirety of that stadium became best friends that day. that was a lot of fun.
Very cool.
Tyler O'Neill now, I believe, with the Baltimore Orioles. So
there you go.
So there we go. I'm thinking about stealing, but that'll be a ball.
I feel like baseball teams have stranger names than a lot of other like hockey teams and whatnot. You ever think about that?
It's definitely up there for me.
Yeah.
I think it's more strange is the sort of the names of the parks.
Yes.
Like you know how we were just talking about Baltimore, Camden Yards, how they think of that name and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or Petco Park. So.
Well, that one's just sponsored by Petco.
Ah, that'd be
that
good.
one.
So we have a mound visit here. Of course, I mean, you have to be very satisfied with how Rockland's been playing this game. They've been, for a rough start, they've been able to bounce back easily.
Yes, absolutely. And we're seeing who's pitching right now.
Jacob Levy's still in the game.
Rightfully so. He did great in the first and second inning.
Obviously, the backup is Braden Nicholson, so if you see a number change, that's going to be who's in. Ooh, and good strike there.
Happy to see all these people came out. This is a surprising amount compared to what normally happens.
A lot of family and friends. Oh, we have a steal here.
Woo!
Oh, the second base, and Hall will get it. I think it was a ball anyways, but I mean they just took advantage of it. Was still a wild pitch. We've seen a lot of wild pitches today.
I appreciate how the ref just kind of stared at him after he stole that. He just slow turned and stared at him like this.
Yeah. That's sort of the tempo of this game so far.
Yes.
It's a perfect
slow turn.
Perfect representation. Like I said before, we're hoping for warmer games ahead when we broadcast. Like I said before, Saturday is going to be 72 degrees.
It's originally I was going to wear cargo shorts and roll up my white shirt sleeves, no jacket, and until Seth texted me one word, windy, and I was like, I gotta wear some actual long sleeve stuff.
And there, we'll get out the second base in time. They can't throw it, and now it's bases loaded. A bad situation for Rockland. Instead of just taking the out at first, decided to try and throw it the second, but could not throw it there in time.
A home run would be devastating for Rockland right now.
Home run could absolutely open up the door for Hull to really take control of this game. Getting a little feisty there, trying to steal a little bit. Kind of a weird scenario. Probably just trying to catch the baseman lacking. And a bunt there will not work.
Yet the guy on third base still made it to home plate.
Hey, it's the thought that counts, you know? it's the thought that counts, especially in these types of scenarios. I mean, talking about Jacob Levy, I mean, he's a sophomore. He's only going to get better, especially if he keeps working on his craft. I mean, he's shown flashes of really good pitching right now. That's going to be a ball.
Now when it gets hit, is that considered a cube or?
No comment. Very, very, very funny. I'm a dad joke enjoyer myself.
This is great.
This is wonderful.
Oh,
absolute moonshot. Can they get to it? They can.
wow.
So pop fly would have been a foul, but they get the out. And how about Matty making up for the throw to second base, not in time, getting the out there.
Yeah, making a good run there. Great catch.
So here we go. 2 outs. This would be huge. A little bit of a visit from Levy and Rao. So
Looks like I'm punching myself.
it does. I mean, and for people who are wondering why we're doing this, and like it's almost like we're just touching our face. We are, but it's because it is so windy out here. It is. I think it's like actually 40-mile-per-hour winds.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's definitely when it winds, it pours. When it comes to wind, I don't know if that works, but
When it wins, it wins.
that's true.
There we go.
There we go.
Put that on a shirt.
So now Levy in a very dangerous situation. 2 ways this could go. A few runs can get scored, or we can get a strikeout.
We got 2 outs right now for Hull, the Hull Pirates. Looking to maybe see if Dix could be the 3rd out and put us into the bottom of the 3rd. You can see some of the girls lacrosse team showing up at this game.
A lot of support. One thing I love about not only Rockland sports, but just sports in Massachusetts as well. There's a lot. All the teams definitely support each other in all the high schools. Definitely,
100%. Yeah.
This is definitely a sports state. Definitely one of the better sports states in the world.
Minus the Bruins, we can't talk much about
We knew
them
about
right
that.
now.
Swing and a miss. So that's a strike there. So 2 balls, 1 strike.
I really appreciate the pencil bat. I hadn't seen that before.
It's a newer bat. I believe that's the 2024 model. Oh my God, that ball's belted to right field. Looks like they're gonna grab it, and they will. Fantastic power hit, but right fielder got there in time, and Rockland will get back on offense.
Still 1-1?
It is still 1-1.
Good save
And
there.
they got out of a loaded bases scenario. That's really impressive.
Yeah,
And-
that was really key in order for that last strike there.
And-
All those 3 strikes.
and really
in fact.
interesting there.
All right.
I believe that was number 5 or number 2 Renoques.
I think this is the bottom of the 1st. I thought it was the 3rd.
the
Wow.
bottom of the 3rd.
Okay, I'm gonna retire. This is my last window.
But I mean, a really interesting scenario there. Number 5 there for Hull, whoever that is. I mean, he hit the ball well, but the right fielder got there in time, throwing his helmet in frustration. Hull, really, they're on the ropes. I mean, but you can't let how offense has not been chugging along for you really deter you, because it's still a 1-1 game.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tight game. I could sense that since the first. I almost said first period, first inning. Still in hockey mindset here, but both teams are both in great standing right now, and we'll see what happens here.
We're hoping for some slap shots here, hoping for some home runs,
Some touchdowns maybe.
some touchdowns, maybe some 3-pointers if we're lucky. We almost had a 4-pointer there with a home run, but
Maybe a hole in one if we're really lucky.
obviously Rory McIlroy just winning his career Grand Slam over the weekend.
Impressive.
My friend had a bet on that, actually.
Really?
Yes, and
go.
he won about $100.
There you go.
So Cooper LaRocco will be up. Fantastic. Well, one thing I will say, both these teams, fantastic walk-up songs.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. At least from Rockland. Obviously, there's no walk-up songs for Hull, but
Yes.
I mean, it's been fantastic.
That announcer too. Fantastic.
Swing and a miss. That'll be a strike.
Remind me to tell you something after the next Tommy Welch stats update, okay?
All right.
I will tell you something.
So here we go. Oh, hit over.
Whoa!
What a grab!
Wow!
Pitcher!
That was
What
crazy.
a fantastic play!
That was extremely impressive.
That's a 1 in a million play. What a grab there from the pitcher. Wow.
Drop down catch. Insane.
Talk about robbery. Whew. Oh my goodness, what a catch by the pitcher.
We just witnessed Rockland history right there. Helicopter flying high above.
But yeah, shout out McFarland. What a grab. You rarely see that in baseball.
Crazy.
Very close to getting hit by the pitch, but instead just made a fantastic play, got the out. Swing and a miss.
And shout out Pika downstairs for running the scoreboard tonight, the actual Veterans Memorial Stadium scoreboard.
Yeah, and shout out to all of our people here at WRPS. Fantastic people. And hit there over to the right side. Can they get there in time? It's going to be a close play, and he gets it. Oh, no, they call him safe.
Wow.
I thought McFarland got on the plate in time, but luckily got what running there.
Insane. This has been an exciting bottom inning here. Is that the correct terminology? I
mean, this inning in general has been really fantastic.
It has.
It's been really good. McFarland looking like definitely the better pitcher out of the two so far when it comes to just overall composure. So the designated hitter Coleman kind of up, trying to get on base. Only one out so far, so.
See if they can get a good hit today.
Good hit here, could be huge. Ooh, hit it, tipped it. Oh, wild pitching, they're just gonna send it to second.
Foul.
Oh, but they'll call that a foul ball.
Did that hit the ump?
No, it tipped off the bat.
Okay.
So, unfortunately, I thought it was a wild pitch, but the ump decided to just hold it in mystery for me to make me look stupid. So,
why don't we ever get the Bulldog out here? That's what we need.
of course.
Bulldog
Ooh,
interview.
hit over to the left side. That could be a dangerous double play if they're not careful, but they luckily get the first base.
Is he running to third or is he out? He's out.
He is out.
He's out.
Luckily, he got there in time. That was very close to a double play. It's number 10, Austin.
Woo!
So Hayden Hatch. Almost called him Austin Daly, but that's Hayden Hatch up there.
My left hand currently is numb from holding my mic.
I mean, even with the crazy conditions, this has been a fantastic game so far.
Yeah, I've had a ton of fun.
This is what those old people call real baseball in these low-scoring games.
Old-time baseball right now.
Instead of betting the over, we're going to bet the under and cash out a lot of money. Yeah, how about McFarland today? The pitcher for Hull. I mean, he's looked really, really good.
Both pitchers today have been outstanding. So yeah, I think both of them are doing very well tonight.
It goes back to that insane grab he had. That was really impressive.
Insane. I hadn't seen that one before, given I've only seen one game.
And good hit there to right field. Can the right fielder get back there in time? Oh, he drops it. Going around the bases, they're going to throw it from the outfield, and he's going to hold off. So now runners on first and third. Wild pitch! He's going to try and go home, and he will! Rockland will take the lead!
Wow! What a play there.
An absolute fumble by Hull. What was supposed to be a single turned into a triple, and a run scored.
Now it is 2-1 Rockland Bulldogs.
And I mean, definition of a comeback is scoring after the other team scored first. I mean, it looks like it's going to be a little bit of a timeout for Hull, obviously. I mean, like I said before, we go back to the fact that player threw his helmet after not being able to hit the ball. What do you think when it comes to not only this, but just in any scenario as well? Do you think that plays a factor when maybe impatience starts to play a factor where they start to get frustrated and they start making mental errors?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, you can get in your head about anything. Before the talent show, actually, I got a little bit in my head. I was pretty nervous, but the second, right when you get out there, especially if it's before the game, you're gonna be nervous. It's kind of a given. But right when you get out there, it either goes right away or it just doubles. And we might be seeing some doubles here. Baseball pun fully intended there.
I'm loving it.
Only triples tonight, though.
I mean, honestly, talk about NIL sponsorships. I mean, McFarland has a McDonald's one right there for the taking. The McFarland meal. Catch you off guard. There you go. How about that? So runner could go home here. 2 outs there. So they have to be careful, but a good hit here could easily send Rockland home and give them a 3-1 lead.
Yeah.
Of course, it's Dustin Ayer up the bat. Rough stretch for Hull, but they're trying to bounce back. What a hit from Ayer! All off the second baseman! That's going to send the run home!
Dustin Ayer did indeed get that ball in the air.
And I mean, Tiani, fantastic joke, 10 out of 10.
Thank you.
But Tiani, I mean, he had the ball, he just went right over his glove. That's the mental collapse of Hull. It's almost like people talk about the downfalls and stuff needs to be studied. The mental collapse of Hull needs to be studied. I mean, they're at a 2-out scenario, but
we're gonna see what plays out here. 2 outs so far. Could this be the third?
McFarland trying to stay on his feet.
It's hard with the wind.
He almost fell over. And that's going to be a balk there.
There we go.
So runner will go to second. Ooh. So Gavin Manos up the bat. We enjoyed our no-win time for
that was nice.
However long it was.
It was nice while it lasted, and now
the
wishing I was there again.
The wind's pushing you so much it almost blew you out of camera shot. So, but here we go. That'll be a ball.
At hockey, I could see if I was on camera or not, but tonight I have no idea. So I just got to act like I'm on camera the entire time.
Yeah, well, you know, like I said, we want to thank all of our YouTube viewers
Absolutely.
for tuning into this game. This is going to be one of our mini broadcasts for Rockland Baseball. And, steal the third and it will be safe.
Nice. You know, one of the things I do, no one saw this because I would know if I was on camera, but I'd make faces at the camera when the play-by-play commentator was just rambling on about the game when it was going on. I just make a funny face sometimes.
You know what?
And no one noticed.
You know what? I encourage it.
Yeah.
Oh, pop fly. Can they get there? And what a grab!
Nice.
Finally, Hull gets out of the inning.
Little jump there. Was that the bottom? Are we gonna welcome Tommy? Yeah.
Hopefully Tommy's gonna come over for this. But I mean, going back to that, I mean, it's really they need to get over this mental lapse because clearly that's what's been happening in this inning.
Yeah. We're gonna see what happens. Is Tommy coming up? There he is.
There's
All right.
Tommy.
He's appearing from the stairs. Is it more of a ladder or stairs? It's right down the middle.
You could call it both.
Yeah.
I used to work at Home
Layers.
Depot. You can just call them both at that point.
Statters? I don't know.
Statters. But here we go, welcoming Tommy for our stats segment.
Speaking of which, on Rocco's topic, I say ladder. Alrighty, so holy, whoa! I feel like this thing would fly off.
Yeah, it's about to fly off into the outfield.
40 pitches for Hull. Levy. About, looks like 48. Alrighty, so if I had to give some tips, Hull, that didn't look too good. 3 letting in 2 runs, and I just wanted to say for your sake, the reason why the runner went from first to second there is due to a balk where it's just pitcher breaks his motion, and yeah.
Oh, I actually called that.
Yeah, oh, you did?
I did call that live on camera. Listen, I know ball, but we were talking about it, and it was just talking about the mental lapse of Hull. So.
Yeah, alrighty, so yeah, top of the 4th going in here. We'll be back top 5. Rocco will take over for me, and good luck in the win. Yeah.
Yeah, I recommend keep going downstairs. Make sure you don't, you know,
Yeah.
don't blow over.
See, if I kept going downstairs, I'd just have to climb back up, and I just don't feel like that. Although it'd be great to be down there for 30 seconds, you know, it'd take probably longer than that to climb up. I don't want to fall.
Yeah, that's
you know,
that's fair.
It's always,
a giant fly ball. Looks like they're gonna get to it in time, and they
there it
will.
is. I believe that was that Hayden Hatch with the catch?
Hayden Hatch with the catch. Yes.
Wow, I could recognize him from back here. That was pretty good.
Yeah. Also, it's the shortstop, so
Yeah.
obviously our lineups were given to us in a very unorthodox way for Hull.
But thank you to Bika for finding those.
Doing it like binary code instead of just giving us positions. That was a lot of. I mean, that's just the way baseball does it. You know, this is my first comes to baseball broadcast, so.
Yeah, they did that with me when I did the announcing one time, and Bika had to go on the field and actually ask the coach.
And swing and a miss.
It was an interesting noise. It sounded like someone getting hit in the face with a dodgeball.
Hey, if you can dodge a wrench, hopefully you can hit a ball. So Jacob Levy really settling in here. It's really after a rough start. It looks like Levy's really settled into and really got in the zone.
Yeah, I mean, he's been great the entire game. Rockland up 3-1, so we're going to see if they can retain that lead.
Yeah, if they lose this game, it's not on his shoulders because
Absolutely
it's
not.
really just fielding errors is really probably the best way of putting it.
I mean, we still have 3.5 innings left, you know?
Yep,
So,
still a lot of baseball to play.
yeah.
And in there, we'll just be over the back of the stadium.
I did see some kid running around with a glove, so... Oh, there he goes.
There he
He's going
goes.
to get it. He's in the stands.
We have a voluntary ball boy in the stands, so
Go get him, kid.
little souvenir. Jacob Levy, the next great Red Sox.
If you're on the Red Sox, does that make you a Red Sox? Is that how that works?
I would hope so. And pop fly ball to right field. That will be out.
Good catch there.
They're going. What I've noticed about Hull is they're going for the power hitting rather than the contact hits. Just get on base. Like we said, we talked about Moneyball right when this game started, getting on base. That's the entire point of the movie. Hull's really just going for the home run hit. They're really going for it all, and it's not been working out for them.
No, they gotta try some more singles, doubles, triples, and I'm not talking about the cheeseburgers. They gotta.
Oh, don't get me hungry. Let me tell you. Make me want to order Five Guys after this.
There you go. I order everything but the mustard. Not a mustard guy.
I'm not either. I'm more of a people don't like mayo. I'm a big mayo guy.
I do appreciate a good mayo on a burger. Mayo or
Little-
barbecue sauce.
little-
Maybe a mix of both.
Maybe garlic aioli.
Ooh, if I'm trying to get a little fancy.
You know, I haven't been to Wahlburgers in a while, but they do a good garlic aioli.
There you go.
Definitely a local place. So here we go. And that will be a walk. So you already have one out, but you do have one runner on now. So now McFarland is going to be up. And a good hit there. Looks like it's going to be a pop fly. Can they get to it in time? No.
That ball did not bounce. That just went right in the ground.
I mean, I don't blame him. I mean, honestly, that probably would have been a fair ball if it wasn't for the wind. If we're being completely honest. So, wind sort of cooled down a little bit because I jinxed that. Now we're going to get wind in about 5 minutes. So, we got to enjoy our 5 minutes while
or
it lasts.
less.
Yeah, we got to enjoy it while it lasts.
Or you get it free. But
It's buy one get one free when it comes to the wind.
there you go.
You know.
I think the kid's going back out for another ball.
So here we go. It looks like he's going to go grab it.
There you go.
Obviously, McFarland definitely really the driving force of Hull. Not only as pitching, at hitting, he's definitely had some good stretches as well.
For sure.
So go back to definitely that would probably, if we have a highlight reel, that's definitely going to be play of the game. What a hit there from McCutcheon, and it'll be grabbed. What a play! What tracking by the center fielder. Rockland will get back on offense.
That was a great catch there. Had to run a while for that one. But that's the thing about running. You got to be able to hit and catch and run really fast.
Well, you know what Caleb Wallow was thinking of? He's thinking of I was running, you know.
Yeah.
He was thinking he just sort of embodied that, and it's sort of like the movie where he just runs into the end zone and then just out the back. So still would probably be a better offensive player than Alabama all of last season for football. Anyways, with that being said, so Hull will get back out on the field for defense.
We almost had one of the cameras fall over there. That's fun.
And it's unfortunate because it's the camera we really need.
Yeah.
It's out of the 3 cameras we're using right now, which is actually pretty impressive that we have 3 cameras. It's definitely the one that we would probably need the most.
I think we actually might have 4 cameras. We have one on the pitch too.
Well, add my phone in there. We have 5 cameras. Let me tell you.
Look at that.
But obviously, this is the start of a new era for WRPS. With me coming in, but also with all the cameras and all the updates and the equipment, we're going to be trying our best.
I believe our first time covering baseball. We almost weren't able to do this today, but I'm glad we were able to assemble a team and come here to Veterans Memorial Stadium. And
A beautiful stadium.
It's very nice. The booth right below us just recently got revamped. I'm not sure if you were in there a couple years ago.
I was not.
It was pretty rough. It was pretty rough.
I sort of expected that as someone who was at this point an old-timey graduate. You know, it was I realized that. Not even looking at it from afar, that it was a little bit rotted.
Yeah,
so.
the floor was coming up. I don't think there was much paint, but they did a great job. Made it blue for the Rockland Bulldogs, and redid the floor. Nice wood tone.
Nice little wood touch. Sort of some additions to the stadium as well. So
Yeah, new
But-
sound system.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a lot of interesting things, but also we're going to try our best from now on cover a lot more games. So this is going to be a lot of fun. You'll probably see my face a lot. So if you don't like that, I apologize. Overall, it should be a lot of fun. Rockland now back up, sort of bottom of the 4th. So
And the wind is also back up.
that is true.
Yeah.
It's sort of coming in spurts now. It's definitely interesting. I thought I was good enough with just a polo and this quarter zip, but unfortunately that was not enough. So
First base coach running out. So you got that right this time.
that is true. So Austin Daly will be up to bat. Looks like Rockland hitting their stride as recent. Definitely a tale of 2 halves there. Oh, and that should possibly be grab, but that would just be a foul.
That was impressive. That was just a straight shot right up in the air.
Good tracking by the catcher, just couldn't get to it in time. But like I said, it's been a story of 2 separate halves when it comes to.
Oh, it's a big bird.
Oh, little bird watching. Like we said before, cover some golf maybe in the back 9. But
Actually, we should cover some bird watching. That's what we should do.
that would be. I mean, that should be a sport.
Yeah, just.
I would love that being a sport.
I spotted a redfin. That's a tuna.
Here we go. Austin trying to get something to go. That'd be a strike. I mean, like we said before, it's been a tale of 2 halves. You know, basketball, that's usually a term for basketball. But Hull looked absolutely automatic in the first and second inning, but ever since then, it's been all Rockland.
Yeah. I was worried at the beginning. I mean, we still got 3 innings left. That Rockland wasn't going to be able to take this one home, but it's looking in their favor at this exact second.
And just because that, the commentator curse has struck
There
again.
we go.
There we go.
And the wind's going to pick up, too.
Oh, of course.
Did it just die down?
It's a.
It died down for right now. I'm putting my hand down.
Oh, and a good hit there from Austin Daly. Can center field get back there in time?
Oh.
No! Austin Daly running around the bases.
Fuck it.
Throw from the outfield. And that's going to just be a solid double, but what a hit there from Austin Daly. I'm loving these celebrations for these hits that they have from both sides.
It's always fun seeing the players also have fun.
Of course, you know, obviously very few players who go into high school sports go on to the professional leagues, but you sort of see those flashes of people that if they do put their time to their craft, they could easily be people out there. I mean, I look at these 2 pitchers for both these teams, they could easily be candidates.
Yeah. Extremely fastball.
So Matty up to bat here. Fortunately, not a hit yet. Looking for one here. And like I said, my commentator partner here is jinxed us again, so here comes the win.
Yep, I knew it was coming. It was just a matter of time. And
but there from Manny. Oh, and a miscommunication!
And the crowd goes wild.
McCutcheon had the ball. He could have thrown it to first, but fumbled it. So Manny gets the bunt to go off at first base. So runners on first and third.
Impressive. That's it. That's all I got to say. Just impressive.
Like I said, this has just been a mental collapse for Hull. I've never seen anything. I've seen stuff like this, but not at this level. Because usually there's a good talent gap there. But Hull looked like they had this game in the bag with bases. The turning point was the fact that they couldn't get any runs scored on that bases loaded situation.
Yeah.
And it's just been downhill since then.
Absolutely. And I'm noticing that you see a lot more cheer from the Rockland bench rather than the Hull bench. The Hull bench has been rather quiet as of recent. Dugout. There we go. Dugout.
Yeah, one of the two.
Yeah, same thing.
There's a bench in the dugout.
There is a bench in the dugout. That is true.
I like how the dugout sort of resembles like an MLB dugout, where there's like a little bit of a gap.
Went for a bunt there.
So you do have no outs, so you can sort of swing for the fences, for lack of a better word, to see if you can get anything going.
And maybe hit the fences.
Maybe that would be a first. So maybe Caleb can be the first to do it.
Yeah, there you go. You never know what can happen here at Rockland High School, Veterans Memorial Stadium.
Like I said, I wanted to just thank everyone for being a part of this broadcast as well. First time being here.
Yeah,
A lot of fun.
it's been a very enjoyable time. Thank you for coming in.
I'm liking this duo because it's like the dad joke duo.
Yeah, no, it's great. I was worried you were going to be like super serious. And
I can be serious at times, but I like to be, especially with baseball, be a little goofy.
Yeah, no, that's why I was here. I was
Be
like,
a little Minnie,
I
be a little
gotta
Mickey.
be a little jokes here and there.
Obviously, first one, I'm not too worried about the first one as well. So
Yeah.
that's actually going to be a walk there. So bases loaded.
So did you just hear the announcer?
What was the announcement?
That's me. You didn't realize that the entire game. That was me.
Oh,
I've been waiting for you to realize.
I didn't even notice that. That's actually really funny. So Cooper LaRocco is actually up here. Bases loaded situation. When we get into these close games late, that's when you like to lock in, just the love of the sport. Wild pitch yet again, and that's going to send a run home for Rockland. Hull is falling apart. I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah, it's an impressive showing for Rockland. I'm noticing Hull is keeping their heads down a lot. The pitcher, Caleb Walla, am I right? Or was that the other team? I don't know. Who's the pitcher here?
The pitcher is McFarland.
McFarland is walking slowly back to the mound, if you will.
Yeah, McFarland, like I said before, him and the third baseman for that team, Canellas, have been really the driving factors of this game, and they've been doing pretty well as well. It's just that the rest of the team has just left them out to dry.
Yeah, most certainly. And I guess we're gonna see what happens. We got two bases, two people on two separate bases here, and no outs so far for Rockland. We're gonna see if that keeps up here.
Good chance to get some runs in for Rockland. Good hit there. They can't get to it. That's going to send one run home. And that's going to send another one home. Oh, he missed it in the outfield. He's going to be going all the way to third base. That is an RBI triple.
We're going for another one. Nope, third base. Wow. Impressive.
I thought the outfielder was going to get that and just prevent the damage even more, but it's just gotten worse and worse.
Now 6-1 Rockland Bulldogs. Still no outs.
This has been an amazing rally here from this team. Hull's calling timeout again. They're grasping at straws, for lack of a better word, just to find anything to help them in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're noticing that, like, even just looking at the whole team, they seem to be very very what's the word I'm looking for? Like not somber, but very slow, and they need to pick it up a little bit.
I mean, they're just looking uninspired.
Yeah,
that's exactly what's happening. I mean, Hull's just not looking. They're looking deflated. I mean, mistake after mistake, and it's not been working in their favor. But I mean, we talked about it right before. I was actually able to talk with Mike Doyle before the actual game, the head coach now of the baseball team he's been head coach ever since I've graduated, so he's been head coach for about 6 or 7 years. Makes me feel old. But he's talked about limiting those runs, like limiting the errors, limiting the mistakes. And because Rockland has done that, they've easily taken over this game.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And Coach Doyle seems to be doing a great job tonight with a 6-1 lead coming out right now in the bottom of the 4th inning.
So it looks like we actually have a change in pitching. So, oof. So McFarland is out as the pitcher.
The real question is, who's in?
Trying to get a number there.
No, you don't. You don't get the number.
I'm not really seen one, so
You're not allowed the number.
The unnumbered human is.
Is it 10? Is it number 10? Is there number 10?
I believe so. If there's a 10 number there, that would be I don't know. That's a really interesting. We were given basically, for those who don't know, for Hull, we were sort of given the depth chart for Hull basically on a sticky note. It was very impressive, but we'll see if this backup can get anything going. Kind of adds to the mystery.
Is he just warming up? I'm now in frame.
Nothing but the best here at WRPS. That is actually 18, so that's going to be Hip. That's his name. Hip with 2 P's. So
Hip.
We'll see if he can ignite the offense. I mean, obviously, when it came to McFarland, he was just he got to the point where, I mean, he was trying his best to win the game, but he just crumbled. You have to throw into another pitcher to sort of see if he can get a spark on that defense.
Now let's see if this guy's hip with throwing a few strikes here.
Let's see if Hip's skipping a jump. So here we go. No outs, so.
Number 4 is getting ready.
Oh, hit it right in the air.
Right on the...
And, oh, the catcher could have had the outs. Decided not to go for it. This team just looks deflated, Rocco.
Yeah. There's not much more you can say. There's no other way to describe it. They seem to be disappointed.
I mean, as a hometown kid, I'm loving this result, but I mean,
absolutely.
If you are watching this and you are a fan of Hull, you have to just be serious with yourself and just say this is just a bad showing from Hull.
And we'll see if they can change it around.
Ball there.
Key term we'll see. Still no outs so far.
So Dunham is up. Can he get anything to go?
I've never seen that. Our camera operator has this fancy hat, and apparently there's buttons on it to make it have like a strap right here so it doesn't fly off his head.
Looks like we have Abraham Lincoln with glasses over here. But here we go. Hip up the pitch. And hit there.
Foul ball. Off to the bench.
I'd like to apologize. I gave the wrong number for that's actually Colin Rao up the bat. Get those lefty hitters. Always get you.
I find it funny that the guy up next to bat is standing on a little spot of dirt, just practicing as they were hitting.
Yeah, and they're just practicing, but I guess that's going to send yet another run home, so Colin Rao gets an RBI to his name.
7-1. Rockland Bulldogs.
And we ain't talking about football.
No.
We've officially scored a touchdown. We got that touchdown we were looking for, so. So now here comes Colin McKenna. I mean, obviously, when it comes to pitching matchups, I think we can finally say that Jake Levy's sort of taking the W.
Yeah, absolutely. And Colin McKenna up to bat. Let's see if he can get a good hit here.
Especially just preventing himself from being benched. Obviously, we still have a few more innings to go, but this has been a rally and a half, to say the least.
An extremely long inning here.
This has been
in Rockland's favor, mind you.
This has been a rally, and I ain't talking about checkers. And throw there, but that would be safe. Like how the umpire out there, full face mask there. I do not see a single bit of skin.
No.
He is covered up nicely.
I think what I thought was skin is just a logo on his hat.
And we got a steal here over the second, and he's safe. What a play!
It's always fun to just yell, and you get permission to do it because you're a commentator. It's fun. We got our camera operator David next to the netting over there, getting a good shot at Colin McKenna trying to get a good hit here.
Yeah, and the best thing about it, I think it's for me, sports commentating is sort of like you're the ultimate sports fan.
Yeah.
Sort of the reason I wanted to get into it, because I was just, I sort of did some joke ones where I was like commentating over friends' video games, and I enjoyed it. So
yeah,
that's reached out. And,
I know.
Grab there. Will that be out at first? No! It won't! Wild pitch, and that's going into the stands!
Going for another run here.
And that's going to be a ground rule double.
8-1 Rockland Bulldogs.
But yeah, like I was talking about before, that's what I love about sports commentating. It's just, funny enough, I actually remember going as early as 10 years old, playing the old Madden games, just commentating just by myself, and I didn't notice it, and I sort of reignited that spark in me. So
yeah, that's very cool to always hear stuff like that. And when I was doing the hockey commentary, I did play-by-play a couple times. Wasn't my favorite. I know the most about hockey. I'm a big hockey guy, but I'm a little better at color. I just like to have a little more. You have a little more freedom with color,
Yeah, it's. Oh my goodness, that's a deep hit to center field. Can they
catch
get
it?
there? Yes, they can.
One out.
Thought about tagging up and going to third, but decided against it. But I love both play-by-play and commentary, but especially commentary. I think perfectly fits you. You're definitely one of the better commentary guys I've had when it comes to color.
I appreciate it.
It's all about the personality as well.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds like Dick Vitale from basketball, where he just yells onions, and I don't know why he does it to this day, but he just does. So here we go, Dustin Ayer up the bat. I mean, at this point, could cause more damage. That catch by the outfielder was the first out. This has been I think it's like 6 or 7 unscored runs or unanswered runs when it comes to Rockland. They've been on a tear in this inning.
Yeah, it's I think it's 7 unscored runs. Yeah.
Touchdown Bulldogs. There we go. Extra point is good. So Dustin Ayer.
Some of the team running in front of us, trying to escape.
You would assume that would be Hull more than Rockland, but hit there. Oh, and that's fair. That's down the line. And that's going to send a run home. Can they throw it home in time? No! And that's going to be an RBI double.
Insane stats here from Rockland. Crazy showing by Rockland in the bottom of the fourth.
They can't stop the bleeding even if they had a bandage. This has been an absolute destruction of a fourth inning. I mean, like I said before, this is the definition of momentum. You start the season 2-2, and you're able to get a good win against a good Hull team, especially catching them on an off day like this. Maybe the win's the fact, maybe they have a wind control thing down there, like underneath the field, but who knows? I mean, whatever happened, it's working in Rockland's favor.
Or maybe they are controlling the wind.
That's what I was saying, yeah. Where WRPS is actually controlling the weather, folks.
Yeah, we're helping out Rockland. It's turning backwards on ourselves, but it's clearly helping Rockland. That's all that matters.
So an absolute, for lack of a better word, bulldogging of the Hull Pirates here.
These Pirates might be going down with the ship after this game.
And hit there. They'll just throw it out at first base. And they
outs.
will get him the third, though. So Ayer gets the third. like I said before, thank you everyone for tuning in. As I know, we're actually on a few barbershops around Rockland.
There we go.
A few barbershops probably reached out to you. A few, hopefully, in communication, we're probably getting a few bars in as well. Get the local broadcasting out and about.
Got to support local stuff. I actually have a local band on my tie right now. We shout out All Sinners and Roger especially, fantastic drummer, good friend of mine.
Shout out for this fantastic haircut that's getting ruined by the way. We want to thank out Rockland's finest, or Uptown's finest barbershop. Absolutely great people. And over the middle. And will they get the out at first? No, it's another wild pitch!
Going for a double here.
So that will send another run home and get a double.
10-1 Rockland.
I feel like Mr. Krabs. Give it up for run 15. Let me tell you something right now. This has been a fantastic game to call for a debut. I mean for a whole, you had to just chalk this up to being an off day though.
Yeah, I sure hope so, at least. I can't imagine them getting any other wins acting like, oh, swing and a miss there. Acting the way they are tonight. What are your thoughts on the teal bat?
Teal bat. I'm a fan of teal. Teal's my favorite color. It's
Yeah?
I will say teal's top 3. I feel like my favorite color is royal blue.
Ooh, that's a nice one.
Probably because of
the catcher in the head there.
Wild pitch. Third, he's safe.
Wow. Little dirty. See what it did there? Dirty. But yeah, we'll see what happens here. Runner on the third.
Yeah, definitely my top 3 would probably be royal blue, teal, and I'm a big pink guy.
Pink, huh?
I like pink every once in a while, you know.
So, what are your thoughts on the royal blue, teal bat and pink gloves?
It's a great combination.
There you
let
go.
me tell you.
We're just gonna call that the Justin fit. That's what we're gonna call it.
I mean, honestly, it goes back when they used to do the breast cancer thing. Remember when Robert Griffin III used to wear all like the pink sleeves and stuff like that? It's sort of one of the reasons that I love that as well. We used to do that here at Rockland High School when I was in.
Oh, really? I didn't know
when
that.
we were playing football. Yeah, we used to wear pink for breast cancer.
What was your position in football?
I was a defensive lineman.
Ooh.
Defensive lineman and offensive lineman. Oh, a good hit there from
Wow.
Matty. Can that ball drop? No, they'll get to it. Finally, Hull gets out of the inning.
All right, and please welcome back Tommy Welch as he makes his way up the statters, is what we said? Statters or layers?
I mean, Tommy got
Ooh, I like layers a lot. That's good.
Listen, hey, he got a well-deserved break there. I mean,
He did. I hope he sat down. I hope he did. Here he comes, sunglasses and scally cap.
Oh, boy, he's all prepared here.
I can't wait to hear what he's going to say. And is that the Grateful Dead scally cap? You better show that up. They gotta see the logo there.
Look at our guy right here, huh? How you doing? Hey! With that rally, you got a well-deserved break right there.
This is a bloodbath.
This is, for lack of a better word, yeah.
When I first scored the first run, I was like, okay, that's probably gonna be it. I didn't expect them to score 7.
Talk about
this
meltdown.
team's nuts.
This is a great show by the Bulldogs. Let me tell you.
Yeah, and I just need to just say for Hull, and I don't think that they'll come back. I think it's just okay.
I've seen bigger comebacks. Let me tell you.
I'm not saying, but it's just like it's unlikely that they would.
With how they look, I definitely agree.
Yeah, with how they look so far, and the Dogs just keep up the D. You guys have been killing it on D, and yeah. And speaking of which, I think it was a smart move to pull that pitcher after it, because like. Getting it kind of iffy. You pull him, get a nice like refresh.
He's not the problem. He wasn't the problem.
Yeah, he wasn't the problem. It was just he had one bad
he
thingy here, one bad thingy there. That's all.
He just wore out.
Yeah, he just got worn out.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so I'm just gonna.
And the stats are it's a lot to a little right now. That's where we're going right now.
Alrighty, so I'm just gonna hand it back to Rocco here, and yeah, go Dogs!
Shout out Tommy for our stats segment. Always a wonderful thing.
Did okay. That's all I wanted to hear.
Well, no, he just looked in the camera and just said this is a bloodbath. Bloodbath. Clearly, I can't say that word. Yeah.
Actually, I have a little thing here, and this isn't the baseball one, is it?
This is not.
Oh. Okay.
That's a. I thought you were gonna make a hockey reference, but
nope.
Kind of like the Bruins this year. It's disappointing.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, to say the least. Yeah. hopefully they can Joe Sacco, jabroni of a coach there.
I mean, Joe Sacco. I mean, now I'm hearing breaking news is the new head coach candidate for the whole Pirates, because clearly they need a shake-up there. But
That's crazy.
but overall, this should be. I mean, like I said, we talked about it before. I mean, it's just getting to the point of meltdown. So, especially with the younger kids, when it comes to sports like this, momentum's going to play a huge factor because it's also going to result in, attitude translating onto the field as well.
Yeah, and as you can see, the Hull team is not having the best attitude coming into this game. One strike, 10-1, Rockland. This is ball number 3, inning, top of the 5th.
So 3-1 pitch here for Levy. Levy's looking fantastic today.
Fun fact, I know how to read a scoreboard.
And that will be a strikeout for Levy. Levy has been looking fantastic today, let me tell you. Little rough to start, but it wasn't his fault. But ever since then, he's been able to lock in and sort of really control the bat.
I mean, at this point, no one's even going to remember the triple he let through with this result as of right now.
We call that short-term memory loss here in the sports media. That's how we prefer it. I mean, like I said before, it wasn't his fault. I mean, it was just a rare center fielder error, and they've been able to bounce back really well.
Yeah.
And if we're getting this version of this Bulldog team, they could make easy runs to the playoffs, no doubt about it.
I talked to Gavin Matos earlier, and he said that the team could get a blowout and the game could end early. So I wonder what the numbers are. I think it might be 15 in the 5th for it to end early. So we'll see what happens. That would be a really interesting switch up.
Would that be the mercy rule?
I think so.
Oh wow.
I think so. It is possible.
Mercy rule, no Overwatch, let me tell you. But yeah, I mean, obviously, just at this point, it's sort of, you can make adjustments all you want. Sometimes you just have an off day. I think this whole team is still pretty good. As you can see here, another good hit there. That could result in a double, and it looks like it will. And no, it will actually result in a single to actually get it back in time. But I mean, this whole team is still pretty good. I mean, 3-1, they're still one of the best teams in the conference. But the thing is, sometimes you just have an off day.
For sure, yeah. And just calling back to that ump, just standing there, checking his watch, just saying, I hope I'm getting paid for this. Do you know, he's just chilling, waiting for something exciting to happen, making a few calls.
He's seen a few exciting plays.
Yeah.
I mean,
I wish we could interview him. He would be fun to interview.
That would be a fun interview. But overall, I mean, it's still a fantastic day here at Veterans Memorial Stadium. So, like I said before, Levy, he's only a sophomore. He's looking to really improve his game going forward as well.
Yeah.
Maybe someone we can get an interview with. That would be interesting for WRPS.
Yeah, we actually interviewed a bunch of people during hockey, including the one and only Bika. He came by for a quick interview during the last game of the season, I believe.
And hit there over the middle. Oh, over to the left side. That will
What a hit.
Just be a single. They're not going to risk it. I don't blame them.
Should have risked it. Should have risked it.
I mean, at this point, you have to. I mean, you have to just have offense. You now have to take chances to have any chance to get back into this game, because now you have to score 9 runs while playing perfect defense, and you aren't going to be able to play perfect defense the way this Bulldog team.
And you only have 2.5 innings left.
It's not looking good for the whole Pirates. Oh, swing and a miss.
Now, if you were on the baseball team, would you rather be hitting first or second?
I would rather be hitting first.
Yeah?
I want to. It's interesting, the chemistry behind baseball. You bring up a good point with that. The chemistry behind baseball, there's definitely a lot of stuff when it comes to overall the chemistry behind it. When it comes to like who you want to set this tone. If he does set the tone, who do you want? You know, it's basically that 3, 4, 5 is that should be your best players. Like no matter what. Another swing and a miss. That's a strikeout for Levy. Levy's. I mean, we can probably check at the end of the game, but I think he's going to be our player of the game. He's had a fantastic
We're getting
day.
a player of the game and everything?
Well, who knows?
Wow.
Maybe
Look at that.
maybe a Justin Bowman sponsored player of the game.
There we go.
I mean, at this point, I mean, he deserves it. He deserves all the flowers. He deserves the lilies, the daffodils. I mean, he's been absolutely outstanding.
Blue roses and everything. That was a reference 2 people are going to get, and I don't know who they are. But
You don't know who they are?
I don't know who they are, but I can almost guarantee 2 people are going to get that reference.
Of course.
Maybe 1. And one of them might be me. Now, I do have to ask you this. Would you rather be, as a team, would you rather hit first or second? I know you said you'd rather, your answer from earlier, but would you rather start out hitting or end hitting in the first inning of the first half of the second half?
I would probably be the first.
I say second. That translates to pinball for me, too. I'd always rather go second than first because I know how much I have to beat. Do you know? That's what I'm thinking. That's my mindset.
And me personally, and I understand that, but for me, I'm still one of those people that believe defense wins championships no matter what. I mean, even with an offensive onslaught that Rockland has had, it's their defense that's really shut down this team. But as we see a walk there. But overall, I mean, it's about setting the tone. Because at the end of the day, it also helps if you're leading the game that even though you still have that bottom of the 7th, you sort of put them on the back pedal. I mean, either way you can sort of argue for both of them. So definitely interesting.
For sure. And a timeout going on here?
Doro's just saying we're getting some 99 after this.
Kids eat free.
Get some of those crispy cauliflower bites, you know?
I'm more of a mozzarella moons guy.
Ooh. I mean, you can't go wrong.
You can't.
I mean, you also have the chicken tender steak tips combo.
Ooh, there you go.
That's my go-to. And that's gonna be
not sponsored, by the way. Not sponsored by the 99.
Not sponsored. We would love to get sponsored. That actually would be.
Pay us, please.
That's the next step there. Gonna be really interesting. Like I said before, Levy having a fantastic day. So quickly, 2 balls here.
Bases loaded.
So, and a bit of a logjam for the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs seem to be in the Black Lodge right about now. We're going to see what happens if the number 4 scores a triple here.
Obviously, number 4 is Revecchio, their designated hitter, so they would love for him to do the thing that he's been told to do, is just hit.
Yeah. That was one of the first things I said today. I said they got to hit. If they can't hit, they can't get anything.
I mean, when it comes to people throwing their helmets, doing whatever, when it comes to hole, I always go back to Tom Hanks. There's no crying in baseball. All right, you guys just stick your feet in and try your best to come back in this game.
For sure.
And hit there over the middle.
Good hit there.
And it looks like they'll just try and get out at first, and they oh, that's a terrible play. Going to grab it. And that will send 3 runs home for home.
Ooh, that evened the playing field a little bit right there. 10-4, still in Rockland's favor. Hull's making a little bit of a comeback. Maybe we'll see their morale a little bit more boosted.
I mean, that's the thing. You just need that one play, and it can snowball into an absolute thing. But it looks like it's actually going to just be that error double, so that will only send 2 runs home. So runners on 2nd and 3rd. So the score actually 10-3. Oh my goodness, a good hit. Deep to left field. Can they get there? Yes, they can.
Great catch there.
And just as they start on offense, they go right back on defense.
It's getting a little windy over here. Now this is going to be the bottom of the 5th.
And I mean, for Rockland, I mean, that was going to happen. You saw the bases loaded, you saw the momentum swing in their favor, but overall, I mean, it's just been all Rockland, but it's more or less getting insurance runs at this point whenever you're on offense.
Yeah, and I think Rockland just needs to get a few more good runs, and should be solid. We'll see what happens. And once again, Make sure to vote on my poll on my Instagram story at DJ Rocco from Rockland, and I think I might be announcing the winner at the end of the stream. Or not the winner, but the day I'll be announcing it, whether I'm posting the promo right after this on my YouTube channel, also at DJ Rocco from Rockland, or tomorrow at 3 p.m. or so. So we'll have to wait and find out. And make sure to go vote at DJ Rocco from Rockland.
And if you're a baseball fiend, I actually have my own baseball league called the Slugger Baseball Association. Follow at SBA. So definitely check that out.
Where's that on?
That's on YouTube.
YouTube, okay. I'll have to subscribe.
Currently in the semifinals of the playoffs right now.
Exciting.
MVP of the season in Mario Super Sluggers was Waluigi.
Ooh.
Having I think out of the 14-game season, having 3 perfect games.
Wow.
So definitely really interesting.
How's Wario doing though?
He's been pretty disappointing actually. He's on the same team with Waluigi, but when it comes to the Waluigi Spitballs, they haven't been that good. So, well, pretty good. WRPS knows about the Slugger Baseball Association. If you just look up Slugger Baseball Association, or if you know at SBA, I think you'd be able to.
I'm going to do that during the next. I can't cut myself off. I'm going to subscribe during the next Thomas Welch little statistic part.
So Caleb Wallow up.
How'd you come up with the name?
Just thought of it.
It's pretty good.
It's just, well, originally it was something else, but then that was tended to be inappropriate. Kind of like this hit's going to be inappropriate from Caleb Wallow, but that's going to be out. Good hit there, but let me tell you, that right fielder, Low Fargan, for Hull, is getting a lot of miles in, a lot of steps in, with how many times they've hit it over to that right field.
And Wind's back. Hello, Wind.
I don't like you, Wind.
No.
If there's wind, at least hopefully the sun comes out, so that way we're not just...
It was, and then it kind of went away.
Yeah.
So maybe if that big cloud moves, we'll be back a little sunnier. I almost took my jacket off earlier. I thought the wind slowed down and got a little sunny out.
Well,
but glad it didn't.
Like we said, the commentator curse is real.
Yeah, yes it is.
So here we go.
I also learned that my jacket has 2 buttons, not just one.
Ooh.
Learning a lot of new stuff today.
You learn something new every day.
I know. I learned a lot of stuff about baseball today. I'll give that to you.
So Cooper LaRocco up trying to get something to go. 1 ball, 1 strike. An absolute meatball over the plate. Hips looked at least a little better than the ending self-destruction that was McFarland.
Yeah, so. McFarland started out pretty strong, and then kind of whoa!
I got strong like this wind.
Yeah, this wind really really advanced. DJ Rock, I'm holding the camera, looking like a selfie stick right now.
Oh boy!
But wow, that was a strong gust. Seth, how we doing over there? Anything fall? Cold, yes. That's a good answer.
Very cold here at Veterans Memorial Stadium, let me tell you.
Especially up here. We got some Mark Knopfler with Dire Straits playing. No?
Yeah, but...
Too cold?
I always thought, especially for me, obviously this is more near the end of the school year, so this is when baseball, but I would love if there was like a summer baseball league, especially for here. Imagine summer nights here, especially with the sun setting right behind Veterans Memorial Stadium.
That'd be pretty cool.
That would be cinema.
Yeah. It'd be almost as good as the movie from 2002 entitled Rat Race.
Ooh.
Have you seen Rat Race?
I have seen it once.
Fantastic
I've seen
movie.
it, but it was like when I was 6. Oh, and a steal here!
It's a...
And it will be safe!
You gotta rewatch it. Fantastic movie. And John Cleese in that. When I met John Cleese, I actually, I said I love you in Rat Race. What a fantastic movie. Shout out to my good friend Elia for recommending that one. Elia Markopoulos.
It sounds like a cheesy movie.
It
And good hit there. And the outfield. While we're talking about cheese, how about this cheese? That's going to send another run home for the Bulldogs.
11-3 Rockland. And here comes number 33.
I mean, while we have a moment. So yes, 33 here for
Colin
Rockland.
McKenna.
Colin McKenna. Still learning the names, you know.
Yeah.
But overall, what's your top 3 movies?
Top 3 movies. Ghostbusters has got to be up there. I kind of want to say Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl.
Okay.
And I feel like I reference. I tell everyone to watch Rat Race a lot. It's always the third one that's the trickiest, you know, because you got the other 2 that you're like, these are fantastic, and then you're like, I've seen a lot of good movies. I've seen a lot of bad movies, including West Side Story. I'm not a West Side Story guy. Thoughts on that?
I'm indifferent about it. I thought it was a decent movie. Nothing I write home about.
Yeah, it's very overrated in my opinion. I'm very. I kind of want to say Rat Race. It's just one of those movies where I'm laughing the entire time. I was like a nice funny movie.
Well, pitch, but
what about you?
One of my favorite worst movie of all time. It's called Velocipaster.
I've seen that.
That is a fantastic. If you have not seen Velocipaster, I highly recommend it. It is a hilarious movie.
If we're on the subject of very cheesy bad movies, Saturday the 14th. Saturday the 14th is very very good.
And that will be an out there, so that'll get Rockland back up on defense. Oh. But overall, I mean, pretty one-sided game. I mean, Hull was able to get a few runs home, but
someone's screaming at the playground behind us.
I don't blame them. I mean, obviously, looking at that field looks way better than. I mean, looks really innovative. I mean,
yeah,
a lot of cool stuff over there.
And here comes Tommy. There you go.
My good friend Tommy, welcome back.
Alrighty. Yes, I did run up here. Alrighty, so looks like the Dogs will have a new pitcher on the mound here. So let's see here. Levy will finish it up. 63 pitches on the day for Mr. Levy.
And do you know how many strikeouts that was?
I'm gonna say I think 6.
That's pretty good. Pretty good day.
Alrighty, so yeah. So looks like the bloodbath has simmered down a bit. It's still a bloodbath, but not as bad as a bloodbath. So yeah, Rockland, you're entering the final 2. Chances to just block them. Just I'd say like coming up bottom 6 here. Even though you're up by 8, still get runs because you never know. You never know. Like I've seen a basketball team score 9 runs in 1 inning.
I like to call it have discipline. Have discipline throughout the entire game, and you will be absolutely fine.
Like they are showing good discipline right now. Keep it up. As I'm just gonna throw it back to Rocco here. As it's been a good game so far. Yeah.
Oh, Boston actually came out there, huh?
Yeah, I don't do Matt Damon a lot.
There you go.
Now you have to do a Boston accent.
I'm not sure that's going to happen. But
it has to come natural. Like
it does.
When we're really excited for something, that's when the Boston accent comes out.
The word I hate the most in the Boston accent that just absolutely annoys me is Charlie. Just a good old Charlie. It annoys me so much.
What I was talking about before we had that amazing play by McCutcheon at the pitcher mound where he grabbed the ball. When it comes to Boston accents, whenever I tell someone I'm from Massachusetts, they're like, "Oh, can you say Pocky kind of have a yacht?" And I don't get frustrated at many things. That's one of those things where it's like, okay, we sound like that, but like.
It's not constant.
It's not
like
constant.
I work against it most of the time, especially where in radio, where your voice has to be kind of the carrying factor. You can't rely on facial expressions like this. But you gotta work on stuff like that. Like if I'm saying, oh, you have to park your car in Harvard Yard. It sounds.
There isn't even a Harvard Yard.
I know, but
Harvard doesn't have a yard. Last time I checked, unless they're talking about the parking lot.
I don't know.
I mean, do they?
I don't know.
That'd be interesting.
We're gonna have to Google it now. Yo, Nick, can you Google if Harvard has a yard?
Okay.
Could you just let me know, okay? Thank you. Appreciate it. It's definitely related to baseball.
We've gotten to that point in the baseball game, ladies and gentlemen,
where we're just asking the rest of our crew here to Google stuff.
It's definitely going to be really interesting. But here comes Roberts, the first baseman. Oh, almost had the catch, but that was still being out.
Our cameraman is very cool. Harvard Yard does exist. It's called Harvard Yard.
There's actually a Harvard. That makes me more sad as a human being.
Wow.
Anyways, but yeah, overall, pretty good day from Rockland. Not much to talk about. I mean, we can get into their games going on. Obviously, they have a game tomorrow.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
We will not be broadcasting that game, but that game will be tomorrow at 4 p.m. I believe they're facing Spellman. Spellman's going to be their next
Cardinal?
opponent. Yeah, Cardinal Spellman.
So it's going to be Blue Jay.
I'm more of a Robin myself. Anyways,
okay.
but especially when you go to it's fun in fact, because I used to actually be in Boy Scouts. One of the coolest trips we ever had was going to the Museum of Science and staying there overnight.
Oh,
So
that's fancy.
So that was a lot of fun. That was almost 15 years ago now.
How many knots do you know? Did you learn a lot of knots?
To be honest, so at the time when I was a Boy Scout, I will say that like definitely I did learn a lot of knots. I've lost 90% of that knowledge. It's kind of like going in Spanish class and people talk about I know Spanish, and then you're out of Spanish class for a few years. You're like,
I remember nothing actually.
And then all you know is me gusta la pizza, as we see 2 quick outs there. So
this game, you can see a lot of players with a lot of dirt on them from a lot of these slide saves that are becoming crucial.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's still just been a fantastic game from both sides. It's just one side's been way better than the other.
Yeah.
So Canella's up here. Oh, a good hit there. Can't grab it. So it looks like he will get on first base. Imagine if he caught, I will say, if he caught that ball in the infield, that would have been the greatest play I've ever seen in my entire life, because you would have had to go up like 8 feet to grab that. I would say put that man in basketball right now.
I mean, you gotta try. It doesn't hurt to try, especially when you're in that position. Who's pitching?
That's Braden Nicholson, new pitcher in. Tommy talked about, oh wow, pitch, so I'll send the person to second. But Braden Nicholson, the backup pitcher, in. I mean, just a fantastic day for Levy. He finished the day with 6 strikeouts. So.
That's very impressive, coming from a sophomore in high school.
Yeah, he's only, like I said before, this team is really young, and it's really only going to get better. They're losing maybe 1 or 2 seniors.
Yeah, there's only a couple. I think only 2 or 3.
I think I checked with, it was one of those things I talked to Coach Doyle about, and he said it was only like 2 or 3 seniors in the entire team, and only 2 of them were starting. And that leadership is really showing here.
It's 3 seniors. It's 3. I just did the math in my head.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
We're gonna call that WRPS math.
Yeah. So it's not always right. It's sometimes right.
And wild pitch there will be a ball. So that will send runners to first and third. It's now a little bit of a log jam here for the Bulldogs.
Do we have a log lady by any chance?
Well, I'm more or less worried about if there's log jelly.
Ooh, that was good. That was really good. You're out punting me.
Oh boy,
that was good.
That joke is extraordinary here.
That was great.
I aged like fine wine, and then and not in a good way. I just rot. Anyways, but overall, I mean, still, like I said before, fantastic day from the Bulldogs. So. I mean, Hull could make it competitive here. We could see a comeback. I mean, 8 runs isn't impossible, but you would need a full meltdown from Rockland. I mean, and they've been on point most of the day.
The Pirates are getting hammered right in their broadside right now, and they're moving from port to starboard, but just not quite getting the hits they need and the runs.
Yeah, the Hull Pirates are having a bad day. So maybe they can make it up here.
Oh.
I mean, a good hit here could send a run to third, or maybe even send 2 runs home if they're not careful. I mean, a home run here, we have not seen one yet today. This would be the perfect time for Hull to sort of get back in this game.
I mean, it'd be 3 people, so yeah, that would be good for them.
Oh my goodness, a good hit there!
Hold on.
To center field! That ball is back, and that ball is dropped!
So close.
So that will send 2 runs home.
Wow. 5.
Talk
Now,
about commentator curse. I may have just cursed the Bulldogs myself.
I think you did. That was impressive.
What an impressive hit there.
Wow. He's really thinking about how he just messed up that catch. Yeah,
I mean, that
11-5 Rockland.
That could have gotten them out of the inning. That was a very opportune catch, and all of a sudden now we have a baseball game.
Yeah.
Now it's looking like momentum swinging back in Hull's favor. Exactly what Rockland did not need. So this is huge. Number 13 up the bat. Froggen with a good hit could send. Person on second home.
It's a different experience when you're commentating sitting down and then also getting to be in a warm room, Chew coming from standing up the whole time and being in the freezing wind.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a big difference.
You get to stay awake more often.
Yeah,
You have less of a chance of falling asleep whenever you're doing stuff like this. So.
But you have more of a chance of falling over due to the wind.
That
I
is
do have to
true.
say
I
that.
mean, I feel like this is a rare occasion, but I mean, obviously people know about like the 16 stages of spring that Massachusetts has, where it was warm for about a week and a half, and then it just went south.
Yeah.
So. And hit there.
That is.
And they're not going to get it. Oh my goodness, trying to get the out. No, he's safe. Juked out trying to throw to first base, almost threw back to third.
He's really just making sure he's good there. He just had to lay there for another minute.
Great recognition from the pitcher to just be like, oh, hey, you can get the guy out on third, but unfortunately not. So now, another good hit here.
Thank you.
Ooh, thank you. Forgot my trusty pen. Definitely, I don't even know where I got this from.
Probably stole it.
Yes.
Probably stole it from Seth.
I would never steal. Oh my goodness, a good hit there, deep to center field. That could send 2 runs home if they're not careful. Throws back to at least second base. That's going to be an RBI double, sending another run home.
11-6 Rockland. They're catching. They're getting some more momentum.
Momentum starting
back up.
Momentum starting to shift in the Bulldogs' favor, and that is a terrible situation. I mean, you are up 11-1. To give up a lead like this would be huge. And now, obviously, they're going to have a mound visit.
Yeah.
Clearly, I mean, I think taking out Levy was the biggest mistake that they had. But Levy was just on point most of the game, and they just took him out just because they had rest and they thought that they were going to have adequate pitching on the other half. But
yeah, this is a what I figured was going to be a blowout. This is turning into a tighter game than I anticipated.
This is one of those points where you walk in as a commentator after talking about favorite movies.
Yeah.
Talking about the rat race. But anyways, here we go.
Starring Mr. Bean.
Yeah. For Ravecchio up to bat. A good hit here could send 2 more runs home for Hull.
They also only need 1 more out to go in the bottom of the 6.
So really dangerous situation here. Like I said before, Nicholson also only a sophomore. Oh my goodness, another good hit into the outfield. This time it's caught. Preventing disaster.
Ooh.
They get out of the inning.
That was a great save for Rockland there, going into the bottom of the 6th, 11-6.
And your guy Gavin Matos gets that one to go.
There we go. He's gonna hear about that one tomorrow.
And I believe that is the end of the 6th. I don't know.
Is it? I thought no. It's
Top of the 6th.
long game.
Long game.
Long game today. Long game.
It's the bottom of the top. It's somewhere in the 6th inning. We know that.
It's just not the 7th yet. We're getting there, but not quite yet.
But now, if you're Rockland, I think those insurance ones we were talking about now become sort of necessary to prevent disaster.
I'd have to agree with you on that one.
So, definitely going to be interesting to see if they can get any more runs before having to go into the top of the 7th.
And Hull warming up, trying to improve on their catching. They're going to hear about this game if they don't come back in the dugout after this one.
I mean, this is going to just be one of those games where you go into the film room and it's just going to be errors on errors. I mean, from both sides, but Hull has had way worse. I mean, that rally alone in the 4th inning was really the difference maker here for the Bulldogs.
100%. I couldn't agree any more. And who's pitching right now?
That would still be Hip.
Hip.
So both the backup pitchers are in. So. Oh, actually, this may be a new face.
Oh.
Ooh.
6.
This may be that Griffin kid we were talking about.
On the roster we have, it says P. Griffin, and I'm not a baseball guy, so naturally I said, "Is that Peter?"
Hey, it could be.
I wasn't sure.
We still don't know. We were just given last names. So.
That is true. It could be Peter Griffin. No one knows. If he shows up, I might have to ask for an autograph.
Very famous in the New England area.
Yeah, out of Rhode Island. Fun fact: if you ever heard about the Rhode Island Peter Griffin, he's a internet guy. I'm friends with his cousin Joey Business, who's actually from Rockland.
Oh wow!
So yeah, shout out Joey Business.
Nice. A little history there.
Met him in New Bedford, Joey Business, because he almost twisted his ankle. That's a fun story. So met a guy from Rockland in New Bedford.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, like I said before, this has been a fantastic game. Really windy.
That's an understatement.
So for those who don't know, I used to weigh a lot more than this. So now, not only am I colder than I'm usually now, it's also the fact that I actually have the feeling of getting blown over.
Yeah.
Even being 6'3", it's definitely a possibility. It was way worse earlier, though. So.
Yeah. I beg to differ. It's pretty bad right now.
It was definitely up there.
There was one that was like right to the camera, you know.
Yeah, we had to grip onto our cameras to make sure we didn't lose anything. But
and that might happen again right now. I've seen like 3 or so dogs today. A couple big ones, few little ones.
Well, I don't know about you. I see about 10 or 12 bulldogs there in the dugout. But that's just me. But like I said, trying to get some insurance runs for the Bulldogs. That's going to be their biggest issue. This is like one of those POV videos.
POV, you're the camera.
So here we go. Number 20. Up the bat. Oh! Hit over the stadium.
That would be kind of crazy if one of us got hit with a baseball.
It would actually be pretty impressive for that to happen.
That would be a very bad foul ball there.
So Hayden Hatch trying to get anything to go. We're now in the wind turbine stage of this game.
Doyle clapping on Hayden.
How is Doyle not, cold? It's beyond me. He's only wearing a sweatshirt
and baseball pants. It's not like
it's not the most luxurious fit, but it's a coach fit nonetheless.
Good enough. It's funny. I had a whole promo. I believe it was an unreleased promo about about baseball pants. Fun fact.
About baseball pants.
It was
really?
about baseball pants. Yeah, because I asked the only senior from last year. I said, "What's your favorite part about baseball?" He goes, "Oh, the pants." I'm like, oh, okay. And that was the joke. That was the whole promo. It was like 20 seconds long. I don't know if it ever made it
Oh
out
my
there.
goodness! A grab there. That's a quick 2 outs for home.
Wow. I think it did actually. That might be on my YouTube channel at DJ Rock from Rockland. If you want to tell me, text in 781-312 WRPS.
And Rockland's really stalled out on offense. So
11-6 Rockland. They still have a 5-point lead here. We're gonna see if they can keep it up.
Yeah.
Keep it hip, if you will.
Honestly, if Hip can get them out of this inning, they have a chance. So it's gonna be really interesting.
Whoa! Strongest one yet?
Probably the strongest win yet.
That was the strongest one yet.
It's definitely up there.
How are we doing over there? Anything fall yet? No? Good? Thumbs up.
I'm surprised nothing has fallen yet. That's actually with this setup. But
we got a lot of wire ties going on here. A lot of wire ties. That's saving everything.
Nothing like a good old. I feel like if we're gonna get sponsored by anything, we should get sponsored by the Home Depot at that point.
Yeah, I mean, Just by John Wire tie, actually.
Yeah, or just Office Max.
Yeah.
Could be a sponsor opportunity.
Or plastic, just straight up plastic.
Just straight up plastic.
Yeah, that works too.
Who's the CEO of Plastic
John
Company?
Plastic.
John Plastic.
John
yes.
Plastic.
How could I forget about John Plastic?
I don't know, man. He's a legend around here. He's actually from Bridgewater.
Ah. Yeah. But yes, that will be a walk there. So number 10 up to bat. That'll be Austin Daly.
He's been up to bat more than Daly, I'd have to say.
I mean, you joke about that, but that's true. I mean, they went through the whole entire cycle of their lineup like twice in that 4th inning.
Yeah, I'm still blown away by that. That was impressive.
Good little. I mean, that was probably going to be the difference maker, even with Hull coming back, because it's going to be really interesting to see if they can. And
wow, little slide there.
Wow. Woo.
To say my back is cold is an understatement.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a wind chill, you know?
Just a flesh wound.
Wind chill of like negative 30 from what it actually is out here, you know? Feel like it's 20 degrees. And hit there. Absolute moonshot. Can the catcher get there in time? No. Wow. Luckily, the wind actually played a factor there, preventing the out.
Man, I have to turn around.
Oh boy.
Even out
for if you are not watching in the booth here, and if you're not over here, just to let you know, we are literally holding on to the cameras.
I've had to hold on the camera 4 or 5 times today.
Yes.
Just due to the sheer amount of wind. The back of my head, my hair is all messed up now. I had brushed it before I got here, but it looks like I've just woken up.
Yeah.
Front of my hair, perfectly fine.
Yeah, no, for me that definitely happened as well.
I mean, you got a fresh cut just recently.
It was about a week or two ago, you know. But as we see a steal there, so Austin Daly, a good hit here, could send a run home for the Bulldogs. 2 outs, 2 balls, 1 strike. A little bit of a lob there. Strike though.
Call him Lob Zombie. And
I mean, a surprisingly slow ball. I'm surprised he didn't hit it. So here comes Daly. And that's going to be a ball. That's going to be a full count. What is going to be the pitch here for hip?
Is he going to go for a good old throw to second base?
Good chance.
I wouldn't blame him. No.
And hit there. Looks like it's going to be a pop fly, but that will be caught. So here we are.
There we go. Tommy Welch coming back.
Top of the 7th. We are going to get to the stats, but now Hull just needs 5 runs to tie and send this game, you know, basically to extra innings if they can hold off the Bulldogs. So
I'm just going to stare at the camera like this until Tommy gets there.
I mean, honestly, if that's going to be the case, that could work. But as you can see, you can't tell by the way the script is flowing.
Thank you. Lucas, don't die.
Yeah,
Tommy's gonna do the end of the game. So is he coming right now? No. No.
So no.
All right. Well, let's do a quick check on the poll on my Instagram story at DJ Rocco from Rockland. See what day's winning right now.
Ooh.
Let's see.
Good little chance to look that.
Do a quick little look-see. We got, currently it is 57% Wednesday, 43% Thursday. You can change that by voting. So hop on my Instagram at DJ Rocco from Rockland and make it tomorrow if you want, or keep it today, because that'll be posted shortly after this game, I should say. And just gonna wait for it to upload on YouTube. There's a special cameo in that one specifically, and former co-host, and it's about high school radio day. We've got a surprise co-host coming on. I don't have a show next week, mind you, and the following week, high school radio day. That's gonna be a fun one. Filming a promo with DJ Cappy tomorrow. That's ping pong related. That should be
Sounds
really
like, it
interesting.
sounds like an exciting show. I would love to come on. honestly.
Yeah, it's fun. The promos are a spectacle in their own. Wow, it is windy, and I always have fun doing because I write them myself. There's only a few that I haven't written, and the co-host has written them. Those have all been great too. It's always great when DJ Roscoe, that one. You died in that promo. Yeah, you did. It was Roscoe's revival. Yeah, you died by.
I was scrolling. Fun fact, I was going on the For You page of my TikTok, and I found the Seth Rzuski podcast.
The Seth Rzuski podcast. There you go. A ghost hunter. Ooh.
That's going to be a lot of fun.
Now, are you going to ask him what's his favorite horror movie for me? Will you ask him that? Bridgewater Triangle.
That's
I'm not familiar. What's the Bridgewater Triangle? I'm going to have
tune in and find out.
See, you actually have an interesting one. I might have to tune in.
That's what we call a cliffhanger. And
Rich Little. Look at that. The legendary Rich Little.
I was going to say, that's what we call a cliffhanger in sports radio. That's wonderful. Let me
There
tell
we go. I feel like my phone's about to fall out of my pocket.
You're right. So 2 strikes early. Like I said, if they get out of this inning and without Hull scoring 5 runs, they will win the game.
And that's the end of the game.
Mm-hmm. Unless they want to give Rockland another chance at bat, which I don't think they would, but would be a sour ride home. I mean,
for sure.
So overall, I mean, a chilly game, but overall, a great first game here with Rocco, here with the rest of WRPS. Been a lot of fun.
And I think I'll be coming back for a couple more. This was a very enjoyable experience. Justin, thank you for making this very enjoyable.
Oh, it's definitely...
And, it's always fun,
It's a field I'm trying to get into, and, shout out the principal of Rockland High School for... I reached out to her, and she actually referred me to WRPS, so if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here.
There you go.
So
That's
there you
cool.
go. Oh. 2 strikes, 2 balls. You would love to just get out of this inning. I mean, 11-6 is a really satisfying score.
If Hull manages to tie it, that would be pretty impressive.
And a lot of swings here, but a lot of strikes.
If they tie it, it forces to go in the bottom of the 7th because I believe it just ends after the 3 outs. If they're not able to tie it or go into a 12.
Baseball rules. So, gonna be really interesting. McFarland hit down the side, and that's actually going to be fair. Or will they call that foul? And that they will call that fair, I believe. No, they'll call that foul. Wow, right down the line, but they decided to call it foul. So, excuse me. Sound like the squeaky toy from Toy Story.
I think I'm gonna bring 2 overcoats next time.
I'm gonna bring one of those. Just like I need 3 trench coats. That's what I need. And that is going to be a strikeout. And what a fall from grace for McFarland. Let me tell you.
Yeah, 1 out for Rockland. Hull. Still 11-6. 2 more outs until the bottom of the 7th, if it even needs to happen.
So here we go. Oh my goodness, a good hit there, deep to right field. Can they get there in time? It looks like they will. Yes.
1 more out.
So 1 more out, and it's curtains.
We'll see what happens here. This is throwing a bat there.
Of course, I think both of us want to give our flowers to the man to our left, Seth Rzuski, for being the captain of the ship.
The director, if you will. Captain, you can relate that to the Pirates there.
There's no captain over there. he jumped ship. That's what happened. So.
The captain did not go down with that ship. He left about 2 hours ago. And shout out to Lucas over here for being on camera. Thank you, Lucas. And Nick and Delilah, wherever they went, for help for switching. Pika on the actual scoreboard here. And Tommy for statistics, of course. And we'll see what happens in the rest of the game. 1 more out. Strike 2. This would be the last out of the game. Let's see how
they
this
swashbuckle a last strike here to end the game and give Rockland the win. That'll be a ball.
That would be kind of crazy.
Nicholson. And that'll be another ball. So
This is tense.
So full count here. It's all or nothing for Hull.
This the fate of this game relies on number 6 here.
And that will be a ball. So that will be a walk. So that will get him at least on base. But I mean, at this point, you have to play perfect baseball to have any chance of winning this game.
This is going to be a very tense. They've kept the boat afloat for as long as possible, but that water is rising quickly. We'll see if they can bucket enough out in time.
Can Canellas get anything to go? Oh, we have a steal here.
Wow.
So at least he gets second.
I'm honestly questioning everything.
So Canellas, the person that is responsible for the whole Pirates. Oh, swing and a miss. So strike 2.
Everyone up here is just sniffing and trying not to die.
We're trying our best to be professional here, but
It's pretty tough.
so ball there. So 2 balls, 1 strike.
I don't know how I'm feeling right now. This is exciting.
Canellas, runner on second. Oh my goodness! Hit by pitch that was sent in the first.
2 bases loaded.
Looks like the wind's playing a factor now. This is definitely the worst it's gotten. Wow.
This is another meeting. We have to stay up here longer.
So another pitcher's meeting here for Rockland.
Quick one. That's nice. I wish I had another button, just like. Now I just.
Now you just kind of look like Dracula.
No, there we go. Yeah.
But yeah, overall, I mean, like I said before, the difference maker of this game was that 4th inning. I mean, that 4th inning, Rockland went from 1 run to 10 runs, and that really has been the difference maker.
Yeah, it's been a really fun game to call as well. There's been a lot of tension rising, especially in with Hull. So we'll see what happens here.
It's a little infielders meeting. So, just going to see how that goes. But, like I said before, Spellman coming into town tomorrow. That should be a good game. Fortunately, no WRPS broadcast for that. But overall, I think it's been a fantastic broadcast.
I would have to agree, and especially on the very limited crew we have. At hockey, we had about 8 people or so, maybe more. And tonight, I think we have, 5? Is that right? 5 or 6? 7 people. We have 7 people, and 2 of them just kind of showed up late at some point. Not on them. They had track, but huge shout out. We got the show started on 5 people, that's very impressive. It's a very low amount of people. So shout out to Seth and the rest of the crew.
Hey, any day I can just yap on sports, it's a great day, my friend.
There you go.
So it should be a lot of fun. Like I said, we're going to have more broadcasts, hopefully warmer broadcasts going forward. So hopefully going forward, we're going to have more in-depth broadcasts when it comes to that. But
especially because it's the thickest coat I have, and it's not doing the best.
Trust me, even I am surprised by this type of weather from Massachusetts.
I mean, you did not dress for heavy wind.
I wasn't expecting heavy wind. In fact,
fair enough. Seth didn't text you windy.
But so Tiani is up the bat. So like I said, two runners on. So a home run here. I mean, unorthodox, but could be the difference. Swing and a miss. So 2 quick strikes.
This could once again, the fate of the game relies on this this player right here.
And for our body temperature's sake, we're hoping that this is the last strike.
So I can go downstairs and say hi to Bika.
And oh my goodness, wild pitch that will send runners to third and second.
This game is never going to end. We're going to be here till midnight.
We may be going to extra innings, my friend. Be prepared.
So let's see what happens here. Strike, please.
And hit there, caught there. Can he throw the first in time? And that will be the game. The
What a-
Rockland
what a
Bulldogs.
game.
The Rockland Bulldogs win the game 11-6.
That was quite a game. Justin, thank you.
Of
Appreciate
course,
it.
my friend.
Thank you for helping out
Always
here
an
today.
honor, my good friend.
This was a lot of fun. I met you 15 minutes before we got here. I think I had a blast. I'll definitely be back for a couple more.
Absolutely.
And I got to reveal the winner here. So this let's see what happens. Who do you think won, Wednesday or Thursday?
Probably Wednesday.
Let's see.
We'll give it a good
Wednesday.
chance.
I will be posting the promo in a couple hours. So make sure to follow me on Instagram and YouTube at DJ Rocco from Rockland. Justin, thank you. And Tommy.
One final check of the stats before we sign out.
Dirty water. Alrighty, so there it is. Bulldogs get the W here. It was an amazing win, 11-6. I think game MVP. I'm gonna have to give it to Colin Rao. A couple good hits there. So yeah.
Yeah. If I had to give my own play of the game, I think actually it would go to Jacob Levy. I think the moment he went off the mound, you clearly saw a shift in play from Hull getting on the comeback. So Levy had a fantastic day.
Yeah.
6 strikeouts, only 1 earned run. I mean, he was absolutely outstanding.
Yeah.
So with that,
Yeah, so it was a good game. Hull, I'd say pick yourselves up. Let's see if you guys can get the job done. So yeah, that's it for me. WRPS. So we'll probably we're gonna see you next time. Alrighty.
and with that being said, that's going to do it for us here at WRPS. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you guys on the next broadcast for Rockland Baseball.